Hey everyone, welcome to Health Psych with Ms. M. In a previous video, we looked at the transactional model of stress and coping that breaks down our evaluation of a stimulus as threatening or stressful based on primary and secondary appraisal. In this video, we'll look at some protective or resilience resources that we can cultivate within ourselves to approach the world as less threatening or stressful. What if we could convert anxiety into excitement or threat into challenge? Our heart rates go up and we get all sweaty based on the fight or flight response anyway, right? So what if we convinced ourselves that feeling antsy or sweaty is actually due to excitement about public speaking, for instance, rather than fear that we're going to barf, even though both emotions can be present at the same time? Because you've probably heard challenge accepted instead of threat accepted. A mindfulness practice or a mindful way of living can also be helpful here. Mindfulness teaches us that we are not our thoughts, because we have millions of thoughts buzzing around our brain. And oftentimes the first thought is an automatic negative thought, or an ant. What's usually better is that second thought that comes from a place of awareness. So in the deadline example, an ant might say, deadlines are the death of me. But that second thought might say, I've gone through so many deadlines successfully, so again, ain't no thing. What might help a genuine second thought like this is a healthy dose of self-esteem, self-concept, self-empowerment. There's a lot of words in psychology that start with self, as expected. Even self-control or willpower can be helpful here, like the willpower to find a healthier way to relate to deadlines. We can regulate our emotions and change the way that we respond to deadline pressure, and we'll get into emotion regulation in a future video. Emotions, both positive and negative, can pass through us, even if it's uncomfortable to tolerate them. So we can say something like, I feel a little bit nervous, and feeling that shakiness in our bodies, hoping that that emotion will pass due to getting out of our heads and into our bodies. This type of mindful awareness can be built up from meditation, active reflection, journaling, emotional expression, all the things that can help us be a little bit introspective and reflective that lead to insights and growth. This is a little bit different than rumination, which is like being caught on a hamster wheel, repeating things like I said this, they said that, which kind of keeps us in that stressed out state because we are reliving the stressor. Other strategies that can help at the level of primary appraisal include a healthy dose of realistic optimism, coupled with some humor, that can help us feel like things will work out positively in our favor, and that we ought to not take life too seriously. Having meaning and purpose in our lives is also very important. And so I'd love to hear more from you in the comments about ways that you handle threat at the level of primary appraisal. In the next video, we'll look at strategies to cope at the level of secondary appraisal, so stay tuned.